What is going on, my Houston Texans family? I cannot tell you how hyped and excited I am for the rest of this week and for the rest of the future of this franchise, guy. All signs point to Demeco Ryans being the next head coach for the Houston Texans. And right now, it's just a matter of when we will put in that second interview request, when will we have that second interview, and when will we announce Demeco Ryans as the next head coach for the Houston Texans. And Ian Rappaport said it better himself. With the 49ers loss, the path is now clear for the Houston Texans to hire Demeco Ryans as their new head coach. And when you look at what J.J. Watt posted last night, right, it was a picture of former Houston Texans players, Kareem Jackson, the GOAT himself, Andre Johnson, Nick Martin snuck himself in there, O.D. Owen Daniels, and I started thinking to myself, I don't think this was a coincidence that all these guys were here. This is the welcome party for Demeco Ryans. This might be the first thing that he sees as soon as he steps off the plane is his former teammates and ownership letting him know that Demeco, we fully support you and we are ready to see what you are going to do as the head coach for the Houston Texans. Moving, a little bit to Cal McNair, the owner. He was in Monster Jam, in one of the monster trucks. He was taking pictures with Laramie Tunsil. Shout out to Cal McNair for changing his image and the way the fans view him the past couple of weeks. There is a picture with him with the shiesty on, and everyone on Twitter is loving that Cal McNair picture. Excited for for a more engaged Cal McNair. We know his late father was in love with the Houston Texans, and we want to see that type of love from his son. But going back to Demeco Ryans, Fred Warner, all-pro linebacker, said after the game yesterday that, of course you don't think about it because you're thinking you're going to win, but seeing Demeco Ryans yesterday really made him emotional, saying that he knows he is going to be a head coach and he is going to be a great one at that. You heard what Baby Bosa said, the week prior was, that Demeco Ryans is just great and fantastic. And that is the type of, recommendation that you want from former players, all pro players at that. Demeco Ryans is going to instantly change the culture of this team and in this city. There hasn't been a buzz in this town in a while. But when you start mentioning guys like Demeco Ryans, who played for you, was a captain for you, all pro, two-time Pro Bowler, right? You start to get excited. You start to remember the days of when the Houston Texans were relevant and this defense was scary. And then you look at what you have in the offseason. You have money now, $40 to $60 million this year. You have 2 firsts this year, 2 firsts next year that you can mess around and play with. The future is bright for the Houston Texans now, with Demeco Ryans being rumored to be the potential head coach. Just don't mess this up, Nick Yasero. Y'all have been doing such a fantastic job so far. 2 weeks ago, the Texans were called dysfunctional. We were called irrelevant by Julian Edelman. And everyone just were laughing at us after losing the #1 overall pick, after firing Lovie Smith. It was looking all bad for the Houston Texans. And what did ownership do? What did the front office do? They band together and they are slowly changing the minds of the fans, of the players. Every single move they did, all the fans were behind and understood. When you brought in Demeco, Steichman, Gannon, Ejo, Evero, these are all potential, head coaches start, in the offseason. Shout out for us getting this right. Whenever we drop the request for the second interview, I will be dropping a video. Whenever we bring him in, I will be dropping a video. Whenever we hire him, I will be dropping a video. If you don't follow me on Twitter at 713HSP, this is the 713 Houston Sportscast. As always, guys, there is bright days ahead for this team. Y'all have a very blessed day.